I am dazzled. I source my creativity and my well-being in flowers. They're like second stars. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andrea Fono. Welcome to our artist rendezvous in my mother's garden. The late great poet Susan Sontag said, "Art is a form of consciousness. Art is a form of nourishment." Nature also nourishes me, as I'm sure it does for you. I mean, look at these. I feel blessed today by being present to these cascading Higgin cherry blossoms. They are delicate yet mighty messengers, because like all flowers, they remind us of how our time together is precious. I would love to tell you more about my art practice and my monotype painting. I belong to the whirl of creation. I use plexiglass and I apply the paint with a brayer, and I use a palette knife and a brush, of course. Don't forget the blossoms. And I run it all through the press and get a little monoprint. A decade ago or so, while I was engaged in receiving my master's degree in theology and contemplative creativity, I took a class in quantum physics and cosmology. After all, the universe has always been a platform for life's big questions. Who are we? Where did we come from? What opened up for me while listening to the lectures by the great cosmologist Brian Swim talk about the Big Bang Theory is something I never knew. We are made of the same particles that were around 13.8 billion years ago. I am made of stardust. Did you know that? I find this unequivocally magnificent, that no matter what I am thinking about me or anyone else, we belong to the universe. Art is nourishment. It's an act of love. It's also an act of defiance to everything that is sorrowful and confusing in our world. For years, I was thinking, how can I paint the stars? And nothing I came up with sounded quite right. And at one point I thought I could order a photograph from NASA of a nebula, and I could maybe put sparkles on it or write on it. And then I thought, why ruin a perfectly good photograph of a nebula? And then one day, I was walking into a store that had a cherry blossom tree that was snowing its pink blossoms, and I saw this abstracted pattern on the ground that looked like it could be a constellation. And I went, oh, the flowers are like little stars. And this was the beginning to my painting, my connection to my universe. I don't know if the cherry blossoms asked me to paint with them, or did I invite the blossoms to paint with me? But what I do know is we are co-creating the story of evolution. Now it is your turn. How does the eternal occur to you? How could you explore that for yourself? So thank you for coming today.
Are you in a creative rut, or maybe you feel like you don't have any artistic talents at all? Our Lisa Quinn recently met an artist who will inspire you to awaken your hidden creative self. Take a look.
All right, it is time to get inspired to be creative. So I decided to find someone who's really good at that. Artist Andrea Fono, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello.
Okay, listen, I think there's a lot of ladies, a lot of men out in our audience right now that want to be creative, but they don't really know where to get started, and that's why you're here. How would you suggest people kind of dip their toe into making art?
Well, the first thing is just start sketching what you see, even sketch geometric forms. You can even color them in and have your own little coloring book. It's actually so easy to do, and it's not really significant, and no one has to see it.
Exactly. I think a lot of people feel a little insecure, maybe they're going to be judged if they start trying to do something that they're not familiar with.
That's right. People feel really vulnerable showing that side of themselves.
You talk about displaying all your artwork. Once again, I think maybe sometimes people are a little reticent to put their own artwork up on the walls, but we should frame everything?
You know, you can't believe what happens when you put in a frame. It really dignifies it.
Right.
And it allows every little smudge or little cocktail napkin drawing to really be magnificent. And the art can actually speak to you.
You talk sometimes too about maybe getting nature to be your inspiration or surrounding yourself with inspiration. What can you tell our viewers on maybe making that space right for them?
So important. Take a walk. Sometimes just walking around the block, you can see leaves and flowers, trees, certain expressions on people's faces. It's like going out for a walk just to breathe, not necessarily even to exercise, just to breathe and be present. And I always end up falling in love with the colors of the sky. The clouds, oh my goodness.
So is this the area where you get creative?
Yes, anyone could set up a desk at home with their favorite books or little tchotchkes, some flowers, and just be contemplative. As of late, I'm obsessed with stars. So I put books out or poems, and I can get in the mood very quickly just to have pretty things around me.
Well, you're going to show me more specifically some of the projects you've got going right now that might even more specifically show our audience how to maybe make some art, right?
Absolutely.
All right, show me what you got.
All right.
All right, Andrea, what are we going to do here? This doesn't look like the normal paint medium.
Well, this is going to be painting on plexiglass and then transferring it to paper.
Oh, great.
It's called a monoprint. And the reason I'm showing you this today is that there's nothing like taking a class someplace at a junior college or taking a weekend class in the country.
You learn all these new techniques, and most people don't have this set up in their houses, right?
No, they don't. And they might not even want to. Pick a medium that you really like.
Right. Whether it be paint or collage or...
That's right. Like, I don't really like pastels because they're messy.
Right.
But I like these because they're gooey. Trust the favorite colors that you like. Make 100 paintings with your favorite colors. We're going to take this over to my printing press, put a piece of paper on top, have it mush into the paint, peel it off, and the image will transfer.
Let's do it. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
And we did that under 5 minutes.
I was going to say, with the whole process from beginning to end was really in real time. We did this in less than 5 minutes, and I think that is probably the biggest inspiration to our audience, that you can make something so lovely in such a short period of time. It doesn't have to be so hard.
Leave it simple.
So Andrea, I know you also teach these classes in person. How do people get in touch with you?
I'm passionate about inspiring people to paint. So it's www.fonoart.com, F-O-N-O-A-R-T.
And also, as usual, we will put a link to your website on our website at viewfromthebay.com. All right, I want to turn. I want to make one now.
Okay.
All right, cool.
That's so pretty, and it was so easy. Joining me now is Andrea Fono. She brought actually her husband and her parents, and all the audience members are here to support her. It was beautiful. Now, I love art. I find it very peaceful, but I think I stink at it. So I would love to do it. but I'm a little bit hesitant. What advice would you have?
Well, I think starting anything new, to be hesitant, a little nervous, is perfectly all right.
Yeah.
And then be courageous to try something
Just
new.
go for it.
Absolutely.
You can't mess up, right?
That's right. It's just your inner voice coming out.
Okay.
Trust in it.
Okay, thanks, Andrea. That was beautiful. Very neat. More information on her on our website. And thanks, audience members, for being here today. And we'll be right back.
What if an artist could jump outside of the paradigm where the trappings and illusions of fame and fortune were the goal of the day? What if art making was taken out of isolation? And what if art could ignite and unite humanity? We tested if peace could be an outcome captured in a still picture, not just painted by one person or a lucky few with access to art supplies, but an open-ended invitation to whomever would like to declare themselves an artist of peace and reconciliation, even for 1 hour. What would the impact of compounded conscious creativity be? These are the faces of a global experiment. Painting Our Peace is a summons for the people of the world to make art and beauty together, to employ creative expression for the healing and flourishing of humanity. Color has no language or boundaries. Embracing imagination, all are welcome to play. Who would you bring together if you were to make art in the name of peace? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Words, words, words. My art practice is a bridge to that which I find splendid and wondrous to me. My heart's connection to nature, people, and ultimately the infinity of the cosmos. Though I'm best known for my paintings and monotypes, I realize my visual aspirations through poetry and photography too. What many might not know, more specifically, is that since I was 22 years old, I've been engaged in the art of the self-portrait. Combined with a devotion to flowers and, of course, an affinity for words, I have found self-portraits to be a joyful way to flirt with the world. My vision is having art be alive for me anytime, anywhere. I don't want to be limited by art studio walls or rectangular paper. My imagination is set to the word yes. Yes to the sun, yes to kissing, and yes to discovering ecstasy through the potential of creativity. Each and every moment there's something to notice and appreciate. I could call myself the now appreciator, the one that brings celebration and sweetness through beauty and play. Thank you.
beautiful. My name is Andrea Fono, and I'm inspired in Fiji.
It's the first mango of the season.
This is the kava. What is this?
This is Fiji tobacco.
Fiji tobacco. And this is the inside of the breadfruit?
Yeah, this
To make some art.
I'm running my beneath in my house. What's up? Thank you.
They sniff in Fiji instead of kiss. Isn't that great?
Hula!